Hi loves. I want to talk about love today. And I was thinking, and I've been thinking a lot lately about the different ways that love show up in your life and the different ways that love is showing up in mine right now. And I was also thinking that what's been happening for me is that since I left my, let's say, normal life in Barcelona at the end of 2024, I've been mostly traveling, staying a month or two or maybe three in one place, but kind of like jumping from one place to the other. And it's been really fun. It's been really amazing. I feel ridiculously grateful and privileged and blessed to be able to do that and to experience all these places. I've been to countries that I didn't even know that I was ever going to go. And if you have maybe watched some of my videos before, I come from a little town in the middle of nowhere in Argentina, and my biggest aspiration there was to just go to a big city, get a degree, work in a good company, get married, and that was about it. If I was able to do that, that would have been like the most huge success ever, because there were not many examples of people doing anything different. And honestly, most people were just staying there and just living like a normal life. That it's nothing wrong with that. By all means, you do you. But I always knew, since I was very little, very young, since I was a teenager, I was always saying that I was going to move abroad. That was something that I kept on saying. But I don't come from a wealthy family. The first time that I went to the sea was when I was like, I think 24. Because normally most of my friends, well, not most, but like some of my friends, especially when I went to university, I was going to a private university because the degree that I wanted was only there. And that was a huge sacrifice for my parents because, again, I don't come from money. But a lot of the people that were there, they really have like a lot of money. And they were always going to these holidays at the beach and all these amazing things that I never experienced before. And I remember feeling quite like inadequate, or like even going to these, even just like hanging out and being around these people. And I remember like even with my ex, I remember like a conversation where him and some of his friends were talking about like the trips that they made to Europe and how they went there every like 2-3 years. And I was like, what are these people talking about? And it felt so ridiculously impossible. So to think about that it was maybe like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it's not that long ago if you think about it. But to reflect on that and then seeing like all the things that I've been able to do in the past 7 years, 8. I left Argentina in 2017, so it's gonna be like 9 years. And all the things that I was able to do, it's ridiculous because I never thought that I was that type of person, the type of person who could do all those things. So after traveling for a year and a couple of months, I'm being like a little bit here, a little bit there. I always go back to Argentina. I always go back to see my friends and my family. I always go back to Barcelona because I have family there and I have some of the best people that I ever met there. So those are my, let's say, my homes, the places that feel really good. And the places that I know that I can always come back and there was always gonna be someone waiting for me, which is a really nice feeling. And I realized, like, now I'm back in Bali. I've been here for 2 months last year. And without even wanting it, without even realizing it, I ended up creating a really beautiful group of people, but they are not here right now. And I came here, my boyfriend is here, which is of course of like huge help and everything, because it's not that I am completely alone, but I've been thinking a lot about love, and I've been thinking a lot about connections, and how it changes, of course, throughout your life, and how when you move places, it's a hard thing. I'm not gonna pretend that it's easy to just like make friends with everyone, and honestly, even when I personally don't have a hard time making friends, I know that one thing is like making a friend, and another thing is like keeping it or just hanging out with them. Like it's easy to just go and talk to people, at least for me. But yeah, to maintain it, to keeping it, to being intentional, that's, of course, that takes effort, and not everyone wants to make that effort. So I was reflecting on that, because the first week that I arrived here, during the first weekend, I was feeling so lonely. Like honestly, I was feeling really lonely. I was like, what am I doing here? I miss my friends, I miss my family, I want to be around them, and and honestly, I am so grateful, because in the past few months I spent a lot of time with my family in Argentina. I spent some beautiful moments with my friends from university who I love so dear. It's ridiculous how much I love them. We got to make a short trip together, and then there was one of my best friends' wedding. So I felt like so surrounded by love and by people who get me, who love me, and it was so beautiful. Like honestly, it's been so beautiful. And then before coming here, I went to Brazil, where my best friend is, and spending 10 days with him. He's like my brother. It was amazing. It was just beautiful. So the contrast was like, oh my God, I come from all this love, from all this like appreciation, from having people who know me, who have known me for my whole life, and I arrive here and I feel so lonely. And it's funny, because I always try to, when I get those like big feelings, I always try to let myself feel them. So for that weekend, I allow myself to feel miserable about it, to feel lonely, to cry, to journal, to whatever. And then I was like, okay, enough self-pity, let's do something about it. That's the way that I've been working in the last couple of years. And honestly, it is a game changer, because I used to always be the person like who was always on, and like feelings, what feelings, what's that? I don't have time for feelings. And yeah, you need to have time for feelings, especially if you're a woman. So now I do that. I just allow myself to feel like crap if I need to have like 1 or 2 really crappy days, and just crying it out, and just doing that. And then I'm like, okay, enough of self-pity, let's do something about it, because nothing will change until we change. So I kind of like made it my mission for the last week to just get out there and meet people. And it's wonderful how everything falls into place when you have like a really clear intention, and a pure intention. I was like, I want to make friends, I want to meet new people who are like-minded, I want to get to know new people, to hear new stories, to have people around me who inspire me, who are also in this entrepreneurial journey, and who are also a little bit more spiritual maybe than me. So I have this this kind of like contrasting people. I feel it's so beautiful to be surrounded by people from all like ages and different countries, and here it's perfect for that, because there's people from literally everywhere in the world. So little tip, if you ever need or want to find people, I mean, I normally go to events and things like that, but you know what I did this time? I used threads. Because I've seen that before, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put, hey, I'm in a mood. I want to make female friends. Anyone here? Crazy. Crazy, because I had at least 10 responses, and I met so far with 2 of those girls. I'm gonna meet another one tomorrow. And it's been so amazing because, again, there are people from different places, from all parts of life. Some of them are living here, been living here for a long time. And it's so beautiful to hear all those stories, to be in contact with new people. And at the same time, I did something a little bit out of my comfort zone. And so there is this school that offers a lot of classes, meditations, breath work, and I used to go there last year. I went back this year. There's especially one teacher that does a breath work session that I love. It's one of the places that I feel like I can connect in such a deep way. It's insane. So I went up to him and told him, like, hey, if you ever need help with anything, I would love to just be around whatever you do. And that was a stretch for me. That was something that I don't normally do. But I really feel called to do it. And as a result of that, I ended up going to this meditation circle on Sunday, meeting a bunch of beautiful people. I went back to this class today. I met like 5 amazing people, even from Argentina, which I miss people from Argentina when I'm outside, because it's, I don't know, there's like a familiarity and like a way of being that it's so particular, and it makes you feel at home. And maybe for you, like if you're from another country, it's the same. But in Argentina, we have this really big culture about friends and about like getting together, about like sharing things. We share the mate, we share everything. So it feels so nice. Like, let me tell you like the smallest detail. So for everyone in the world, when I meet someone, it's always like, hey, I'm Candela, and they call me Candela. I have to tell them, hey, you can call me Cande, because that's the way that I like it. But for example, today I meet these it's like 3 Argentinians, and I say, I'm Candela, and they instantly say like, ah, Cande, how are you? And like, it's so small, but it's so beautiful and so like heartwarming, especially when you are far away. So I set that intention and things started happening. And now suddenly I have met a bunch of people who I actually really like and who I really want to spend more time with and get to know better. And yeah, I've been again thinking about love and all the different ways that it takes, all the different like forms that loves appear, because sometimes something as simple as what I said before about like people from Argentina instantly calling me Cande by my nickname, something like that, it feels like love. And it's something really small, but, or another example, it's the other day I went to this place that I used to get massages last year, and I got there and the girls remembered me, and that is just, it feels so heartwarming. So, because I feel like sometimes we put a lot of emphasis on romantic love, and it's amazing. Like, I'm now in a really beautiful, healthy relationship, and I'm really happy about that. I haven't been in a place like this for such a long time. So it is beautiful. It is beautiful, it's fulfilling, it's wonderful, it's fun, but I do not want, and I always try to be careful about like putting all of my energy and everything on just one person, because again, I know that love can come in many forms, and also by putting everything, all the expectations, all the things in just one person, it's not fair. It's not fair for you, and it's not fair for the other person. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today, and how, yeah, if you feel like you need more love in your life, more people, I really encourage you to get out there, to go to events that you feel called to. Like in any place that you are, you can find events on things that either your hobbies, or for example, now I'm gonna go like this week to a writing club, and then there is like a book club. I'm such a nerd. I love those things, and I'm sure I'm gonna meet people that are really into the same thing and that I can share a lot of things with. So I really encourage you to get out there, because one thing that I remember reading some time ago and it really stuck in my head, it's like, you haven't yet met all the people that you're gonna love. I got goosebumps by saying that. You still haven't met everyone that you're gonna love in your life. So if you feel like you're in a place where you feel lonely, where you are lacking this connection, this human connection, this whatever it be, like friendships, even with like family, romantic partners, whatever it might be, just go out there, set the intention that you want to meet new people, set the intention that you want to have new friends, people that like the same things, that you can talk about the topics that you enjoy. And I'm like 100% sure that if you set like an intention that comes from your heart, like a really pure intention, and you stay open to everything that happens around you, you stay open to conversations, to like synchronicities, to coincidence, you will end up finding your people. So yes, I really encourage you to do that. Hope you have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow.